A bag contains 5 red and 3 green identical balls. If 2 balls are selected at random, one after the other with replacement, find the probability that they are of different colors. So we have this bag that contains 5 red and 3 green identical balls. So it means that the total number of balls will be the number of red balls, which is 5, plus the number of green balls, which is 3, and that will give us 8. So in total, we have 8 balls in the bag, and these balls are identical. The question tells us that 2 balls are selected at random, one after the other, with replacement. That means that after selecting the first ball, we will drop it back into the bag and then we will select the second ball. So at every instance, the number of balls in the bag will be 8, because after selecting the first ball, we will drop it back into the bag and then we will select the second ball. The question wants us to use this information to find the probability that the 2 balls that will be selected are of different colors. If the 2 balls are of different colors, then it means that it's either the first one is red and the second one is green, or the first one is green and the second one is red. So the probability that the 2 balls selected are of different colors is equal to the probability that the first ball is red and the second ball is green, or the probability that the first ball is green and the second ball is red. And so to get this probability, we have to find the probability that the first is red and its multiplication, so times the probability that the second is green, or its addition, so or plus the probability that the first is green and which is multiplication times the probability that the second is red. So let's find these probabilities. Let's begin with the first one, the probability that the first is red. In the bag, we have 5 red balls and a total of 8 balls. So the probability that the first is red will be equal to the number of red balls, which is 5, divided by the total number of balls, which is 8. So the probability that the first is red is 5 divided by 8, times, now we have to find the probability that the second is green. Remember that we are selecting the 2 balls one after the other with replacement. So it means that after selecting the first ball, we will drop it back into the bag and then we will select the second ball. So by the time that we will be selecting the second ball, the number of green balls in the bag will be 3 and the total number of balls will be 8. So the probability that the second ball is green will be 3 divided by 8. This is the first instance. We have all here, so plus. Now let's go to the second instance. The second instance is that the first is green and the second is red. We are selecting a green ball. The number of green balls in the bag is 3. The total number of balls is 8. So the probability of selecting a green ball will be 3 divided by 8, times, let's find the second one, which is the probability that the second is red. As we have seen here, we are selecting the 2 balls one after the other with replacement. So after selecting the first green ball, we will drop it back into the bag and then we will select the second one. So it means that by the time that we'll be selecting the second one, the total number of balls in the bag will be 8 and the number of red balls will be 5. So the probability that the second is red will be the number of red balls, which is 5, divided by the total number of balls, which is 8. So the probability that the first is green and the second is red will be 3 divided by 8 times 5 divided by 8. When we do this, we are going to have 15 divided by 32. So what it means is that the probability that the 2 balls that we will select have different colors is 15 divided by 32.